With Season 3 Chapter 3 of Fortnite just around the corner, we're about to get a whole lot of changes to the game. Previous season, we just got mantling and tactical sprint in the game, so what can we expect for the next season of Fortnite that is going to be here in a couple of days? Hi, what is going on YouTube? My name is Onyi, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my predictions of the next season of Fortnite. This video is brought to you by no one. We don't have any sponsors. I'm a tiny YouTuber, so if you could just leave the video with a like rating and use code ONY when you're buying the Season 3 Chapter 3 Battle Pass, that's code ONY, O-N-Y-I, I'd greatly appreciate it. Anyway, let's jump into it. So this video is going to take a little bit of different format. Always when a new season of Fortnite's about to come out, I don't want to make tip videos because those tip videos could be outdated as soon as the new season drops. So we're going to give you guys some content. Now, I haven't played any Fortnite today. I haven't played any Fortnite for the past few days, so I'm not warmed up at all. So if my gameplay's bad, I'm sorry. I don't like warming up in the game, and I'm not going to warm up right before a video to give you like a false version of, oh, I'm cracked whenever I play the game. So we're looking at probably today, I'm going to give you guys my predictions of the new season while we just run out a solo game of Fortnite while I'm playing the match. And then on top of that, I want to be doing a reaction to the best clips of this season of Fortnite that's just about to pass us, which is as well, I have a video I need to edit for you guys where I actually won a Fortnite Zero Build invite tournament. It was run by ANZ Fortnite and it was also sponsored by AMD, and I won that with PWR, Sorif and Truenom, and we actually won a little bit of money. Fortnite earnings, really sweet. So let's talk about changes. So Fortnite actually made some big changes at the start of this season. It was some really like unprecedented changes. The fact that we had the heavy that was just added to the game recently and then the heavy got removed, it's very highly possible that we're going to have guns like the AUG removed and we're going to have guns like the Ranger shotgun removed in the coming season of Fortnite. Just because a gun is new does not mean it has any protection from being removed from the game. So I really do think, don't expect anything to be sticking around because Fortnite does not care anymore. They're just like, yep, if we add it to the game and we feel like we want to remove it, we're going to remove that. Bro, I can't hit a shot to save my life right now. What's going on? Alright, I got 2 bullets. Bro, why did he go out of my render distance? Wait, can I make this jump? I've never tried that jump before. I just kind of like, I was like, I feel like I could make that IRL. Before I was interrupted by my stupidity in the game, I was talking about gun changes in Fortnite. Now, I reckon no gun is safe. Any gun could get removed and vaulted, and I'd be very surprised if there isn't a major rework to SMGs. Now, I don't think they're going to completely remove any SMGs or they're going to like vault any SMGs, but I'd be surprised if they didn't like try to add something new or they didn't try to edit something in the game, because it kind of doesn't feel balanced at the moment, and I feel like a lot of players aren't super happy with the way the SMGs have been going in the game. More so than ever as well, especially considering FNCS has just finished. I think we're going to get the most gun changes that we've gotten this chapter so far. I think they're not going to be super scared about this, and I think comp's going to get a lot of changes as well. The Ranger shotgun wasn't in comp recently, and the big reason for this is that it was new and they didn't want to kind of ruin the way the FNCS was going. But now that the FNCS finals are over, I wouldn't be surprised if Fortnite gives a massive overhaul to this. I reckon a big shotgun overhaul is about to happen, and I don't think it's going to be like a major change, but in terms of the way that shotguns look in the game and how the way people use them, I think we're going to get a big change for that. I reckon the drum's going to be out and we're going to get some new reworked form of an automatic shotgun. And I think the auto shotgun is either about to get a massive buff or we're about to have something new added to the game, or the tac re-added. I definitely think the pump is going to be coming back in Fortnite. Now don't fret, this doesn't mean you're about to get 200 pump in the game. What this means is that basically the striker is getting a reskin. If you did not know, or if you haven't seen recently in Fortnite patch notes, the pump shotgun, all variants of it got the same damage applied as the striker. So they're virtually the same. The only difference is the sound and the way that they look really in the game. So don't worry if the pump's back and you're like, oh no, I'm about to get destroyed with the pump. It's exactly the same as the striker and you shouldn't see that much of a difference from it at all. Jeez, man. Oh, that guy's a sweat. I think some stuff like this sniper, the hunter bolt action, and a couple other things might get removed as well.
Damn. Here we go again.
I just died the same way twice. I'm so stupid. I didn't even press the button. If you've ever made a mistake like that before in Fortnite, just like not paying attention, falling to your death, make sure you leave that video with a like rating if you haven't yet already. And if you haven't yet already subscribed, I'd greatly appreciate if you could do that. I make a lot of great tip videos. I'm trying to make great content for you guys. I'm trying to reach the goal of 10,000 subs at the moment, and we're like 10% there. So if you can help me reach that goal, I'd greatly appreciate it. Not my finest moment, is it? Why am I cursed by this place right now? Give me this drum gun before it gets vaulted, man. I think we're gonna have massive changes to freezes in the game as well. Okay, that was kind of scuffed, but you know, if it works, it works. So freezes in the game currently drop floppers and they drop thermal fish as well as clomberries and splashes. But one thing I do think that's going to change is we're going to get a rotation of fish. I reckon either slurp fish are going to be chucked in it, or we're going to lose the thermal fish in exchange for some other form of fish. Damn, Emily, why'd you have to come back and fight me like that? Leave me alone. I'm trying to talk to YouTube. The last few changes that I reckon we're going to be having in Fortnite in relation to inventory is number one, I think that we're gonna be getting new exotics in the game. We've had the same exotics for a relative amount of time, and one of these seasons, they gotta give us new exotics. Someone has to on the Fortnite team be working on exotics. So I really do think we're gonna get a rework, or the ones that we got at the moment are at least gonna be vaulted, and we're gonna get some new ones put in. On top of that as well, I'm really hoping that we're gonna get new mythics in the game. Not so much a prediction, more so hopes and wishes, but I do reckon it's something that's gonna come into fruition for sure, because at the moment, the thermal mythic, I really think its pick rate is gonna be super low, and then like the mythic SMG we've had for like a relative amount of time as well, so I don't think that's going to be something that's going to be sticking around for a super long amount of time. Bro, this guy really wants to live, eh? Hopefully we get some form of a new mythic SMG, or maybe like a new form of mythic AR. I love the org, but it's kind of OP and it's kind of like, I feel like overused to an extent, so I really like if they give it a rework of that. Or maybe if we get a mythic shotgun. We've had kit shotgun in the past, so maybe if they give us a new form of shotgun to replace the tac, like some form of auto, maybe that'll be mythic. I think that'll be a really nice change of pace. Something that's a little bit more to strive for, that's like the most consistent gun in the game, and I think a lot of people would love to play with it, so I'd love to see that change. Massive prediction. Obviously there's going to be map changes in the game, and they're not going to be keeping this map the same. So when talking about the season event, you might know, or you may have seen from the loading screens in the game, it looks like we're going to be having an all-out war, IO versus the 7. The mech is going to be fighting us there, and maybe they've got some form of a monster, or maybe we're just trying to destroy the Doomsday device. But I think that a lot of the map is about to be destroyed and is really about to be messed up. As you might have noticed also, from doing the missions in the game or by the loading screens, that the mech is on the moon, called the Ice Moon base as well. So I definitely think we're going to have some cutscenes on the moon. Whether or not the moon decides to stick it in the game is going to be something that we're going to have to figure out together. I've had this long theory for a long time that Fortnite was eventually going to have some form of portal where you could go to another level and it be above the map or below the map, and there's like a completely like separate map or a separate map area, not like underground, but like you run through a thing and then boom, it's like completely flat leveled off, and there's portals to go in between at certain points, and there's a lot of them, and it's like an open space, like a big map. It's not like a building type of deal. And Fortnite actually came through with this. When they had the alien update and you used to have to fight for your weapons, they had an update very similar to that in the game, and I was like, oh, that was kind of similar to my idea, but not really. But what if Fortnite did it so we could go to the moon in a game, similar to the alien thing, but it's just like a separate area of the map where Zone can go there. Like maybe it's like a second level to the map, so it's like above here and you go to the moon there, and then that's in Zone because it's like lines up with the map. I really think that this might be something that we get in the future, where we have an area of the map that is on a different level, either above or below. So having like an area where we can go on the moon, either land or go to fight and stuff, I definitely think is a high possibility of something that can happen at the moment in Fortnite for us. Areas of the map that I reckon are going to be greatly destroyed. Daily Bugle. Now, it was really rumored that we're going to have a Miles Morales Spider-Man skin in the game. Now, whether or not that's still happening, I have no idea. But I thought it would be this season and then we wouldn't have the Bugle next season. Maybe we're going to be getting it next season and the Bugle will stick around. I definitely think the Bugle is not here to stay forever, but if we have some form of a Marvel collab plan that is Spider-Man based, I think the Bugle is going to stick around for a while. So the Collider, obviously, I think this is going to be changing as well. You never know, this Doomsday device might even transform parts of the map to completely look different. The map is pretty wrecked at the moment. We have crashed blimps around. We have a lot of broken grass areas. You may have noticed that there's even missions in the game currently to repair the map and to fix the map and make it better. Now, this repairing of the map, I definitely think we're going to get new trees around certain areas. So we might see some form of a return of Weeping Woods in the game, which I think would be really, really sick. This Doomsday device might even ruin the loop to an extent that we get certain areas of the map that we haven't seen in a while. For example, we might get Lucky Landing or other bits and pieces from the Chapter 1 map that we haven't seen since Chapter 1 if the device does not work correctly. If you remember back in the season when Midas flooded the map, it was actually his plan to use that Doomsday device, and it didn't work as a Doomsday device. It kind of just made a water zone. It didn't work as intended. So it might be a similar use case for this. I definitely think we're going to have some robot ruins on the map, or whatever the robot's fighting, whether it be a resurrected dinosaur or something else in between. But yeah, in terms of map changes, Bugle definitely gone in the future. A lot of changes around here. I reckon there's going to be rebuilding on the map. So if you might have not noticed in the past, sometimes places like Tilted actually got rebuilt, and it was a bit of a meme to have Tilted not built properly in the game. Where are we going? So I definitely think we're going to have a lot of changes in the map in terms of that. Sorry sir, I need your mats. There is a high possibility that we're going to have changes of movement in the game. As mantling is new and tactical sprint is new, I wouldn't actually be surprised if we had some other form of new movement. I was talking about this a while ago, but I think wall runs would be really sweet at the moment in Fortnite. And we had a form of wall run in the game. I think that'd be a really, really welcome change. I think it would be like a nice change of pace, and it would call for some really like cool new bits of gameplay that we haven't seen before. Imagine pushing someone in a fight and then running along a wall and hitting a nasty headshot in them with a pump. I think that'd be really, 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 really sweet. Talking about the event once more as well, we might be getting an outcome that we didn't expect. Now, everyone assumes the 7 is going to win, but what if the 7 actually doesn't win this event? What if the IO wins and we get like the map run over by the IO? I think that'd be really, really cool to see something like that no one's really predicting. Having the map completely run over, maybe the IO aren't hostile when they see you right away because they have no reason to fight you if they destroyed the 7. Something that I forgot to mention while recording the video is I do think we're getting Colombos back next season in full effect. We've been seeing little molds of them around the map and you can launch up with them in the air. So I do reckon the Colombos are going to be joining us in the war, weirdly enough for some reason. Maybe they'll have armor on and we'll get to ride them. But I definitely think that we're going to have these walking launch pads around the map next season. Big reason why we lost them during Chapter 2 is because we had the blimps, and the blimps and the cannons could launch us around the map, so we didn't need Colombos. The Colombos are walking launch pads, so I do think we're going to have them back next season for sure. When talking about not predictions, but more like hopes and dreams for the next season of Fortnite, I'm kind of actually hoping that if the 7 wins, we get rid of Salone. Like, never seeing Salone again would be nice. I know she's been a big part of the storyline and like in the game for like a long amount of time, but I'm kind of over it, to be honest. Okay, that's kind of weird. So I'm really, really hoping for, not talking about predictions and stuff, that we get some new bosses in the game, maybe a couple more vaults. I think when we had the season with Iron Man, that was definitely like one of my favorite seasons for sure, in terms of like content and like looting and stuff and everything else in between. What? Okay. dead there. I didn't know he landed in the box, dude. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you could use code ONY when buying the new season battle pass, I'd greatly appreciate it. Let me know down in the comment section down below what your predictions are for the season, or what you agree with, or what you hope that they're going to change in the game. Anyway, make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet already. More tips and tricks videos definitely coming out when the new season drops. I'm going to be dropping them heavy, so stay tuned for that. All of my links down in the description, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Goodbye.